Jack Burton, and Carolina has a touchdown on a pick six.
Spins out of a sack, throws it to the back of the end zone. He's got his man. Touchdown.
So they're like, oh, well, we need real players. Like, oh, okay. So you need a quarterback? Sure.
He's up to the 30. He's gone, baby. My goodness. Somebody cool off that man's feet because they're on fire.
He will throw. King wants it all now, and it's caught. Oh, touchdown, Chicago.
Unbelievable play. That's got to be number one this week, and we just got started.
People like immersing themselves and all the buildup that goes in with that.
This is going to explode big time.
All right, everybody, welcome back to Vultures Field in Baltimore, Maryland. One half of play in the books last night. The second half of action starts next. But first, let's recap the first half of action from last night. Baltimore, on their first possession, moved the ball 35 yards to attempt this 53-yard field goal try.
Here comes the Shark.
Shark Tarkington on for a long field goal try. This one will be from 53 yards out from the left hash. His long on the season is 45 yards, but he is perfect so far on the season, 14 of 14. Here comes kick number 15. The snap from the left hash. Kick is up on its way, and it is no.
Oh.
Short. Seattle and Baltimore shared 3 and outs on the next 3 possessions of the ball game, but then a 13-play, 81-yard drive by Baltimore resulted in this. Win that battle? We'll find out. Dazzo in the gun. Fires towards the end zone. Caught! Touchdown, Baltimore! Seattle, getting the ball back, was looking to get a drive started of their own, but disaster struck quickly on the very first play of the series.
Yeah, involve Sandlin, always a good idea.
William Dula to throw on first down. That one's picked off. Intercepted by Kaz McFly, and he's going to take it to the house. Baltimore on the board again. Touchdown. Wow, what a quick score for Baltimore, Matt.
Yeah, a real bolt of lightning there by McFly.
Seattle got themselves settled down and got things going on their next drive. 11 plays, 79 yards, resulting in their first points of the evening. Streeter's numbers are a little skewed by one game where he went off and just went ahead and set a league record. No big deal.
Hey, you don't subtract it. It's just part of the game.
Sandlin rumbling up the middle and into the end zone for a touchdown. Broke about 6 tackles on the way into the end zone.
See what I mean by not outsmart?
Baltimore and Seattle would both score field goals on each of their next possessions, taking us into halftime with a score of Baltimore 17, Seattle 10. And now the second half is just moments away. You are watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music. All right, and welcome back to Vultures Field. 9 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Seattle has possession. Second down and 5 from the Baltimore 40. Ball carried straight up the middle by Zach Sandlin for another Seattle first down. Let's take a look at some of the stats here from the first half. Jacques Luyandula, 12 completions on 16 attempts, 75% completion percentage, no touchdowns through the air. He does have 1 interception. Mason Kirby, 2 receptions for 11 yards. Junior Seed the third, 2 receptions for 26 yards. Nick Castle has 1 for 8. And Tristan Carr, 4 receptions for 45 yards. Sandlin's going to take this carry straight up the middle. That one good for a gain of 8. Sandlin with 5.8 yards per carry on the day, 56 yards on the ground.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to see him do. Go more towards Sandlin. Get this drive moving down the field and then open up with a passing game.
Second down and 2 from the 26-yard line. Luyandula under pressure. Down he goes. Sacked back at the 32-yard line. Brought down in the backfield by Chad Rowland.
Yeah, tick, tick, tick. The timer's got to be going off in your head saying, got to get rid of this ball or step up in the pocket. But Louis Neal just sat back in there and just got hammered.
3rd down and 8 from the 32-yard line. 4 wide in the formation. Luyendula under center. Short pass over the middle. That one is caught by Nick Castle. Hauled in up to the 19-yard line for another Seattle first down, and they are on the move here, Matt, looking to try to tie this one up.
Yeah, that time Luyendula found his receiver much quicker. Castle found a soft spot right in the middle and just made a nice grab, got a few extra yards, first down. Drive continues.
Nick Castle joining the team this past week, in week 7 actually. 5 wide here on first down and 10. Luyendula firing in corner route and in and out of the hands of his intended target. Incomplete pass will bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, going for that corner and just missed it. The receiver bounced right off his hands. Guess that's why they don't pay him the big bucks.
Appreciate everybody joining us here on Tuesday night to try to finish this game off. One night was not enough for the matchup between these two teams. It takes 2 nights to complete this one. Free play here for Seattle as Baltimore jumped off sides, and that one good for a completion up to the 5-yard line, hauled in by junior senior the 3rd. This penalty will likely be declined. Let's get the call on the field.
Neutral zone infraction, number 68, defense, 5-yard penalty, repeat, 2nd down.
I guess
it was an incomplete pass.
Yeah, they ruled that one incomplete.
It looked complete to me.
That's surprising. Well, it will be a 2nd down and 5. They accepted the penalty, of course. So split backs in the backfield, 2 wide receivers set. 4-3 look out of the Vulture defense. Ball is handed off to Sandlin, has some room up the middle, and he's going to go all the way down to the 1-yard line. Tackled right at the 1, 1st down and goal.
Yeah, Tony Willis stopped Sandlin on the goal line, but they're using him more this drive, and that's what he does. He just kind of rips holes through people. Tried at 41. That was a really bad tackle attempt. He just kind of flailed his arms around. I got you, Sandlin. No, that's not going to get the job done. I'd love to see another trap play or some up the middle run from Sandlin here just to put the icing on the cake of this drive and put your 7 points on the board.
Luyendula under center. Hands the ball off to Sandlin, and he's into the end zone for a Seattle touchdown.
I think Luyendula ate some turf on that one when giving the ball to Sandlin, but just in time. Let's see. Nope, he didn't eat any turf. Lucky for him. But it was a very close, tight play. But, that's the kind of runs you want to see Sandlin get right up the middle. None of this messing around off tackle. Just feed the man up the middle and let him score. And now we should be all squared up, barring a block extra point.
Chip Longfellow on for the extra point try. Geronimo Coffins on the hold. Nope, that's Brad Combs on the hold. Extra point is up and good, and this one is all knotted up at 17-17 here in Baltimore. So, Matt, it was a really good first half. It looked like Baltimore might kind of run away with it a little bit as they got out to an early 14-0 lead, but then Seattle was able to answer back, and now we're all tied up here, still midway through the 3rd quarter, so still anybody's ball game at this point.
Yeah, they scored it back up. They scored 3 before halftime, I believe, and then they scored here. So now they've done their job. They've evened it up. Now the defense has to do its job.
Bolt returns it out to the 31-yard line. The offense will take back over for Baltimore. Mike Dazzo, 17 of 20, 159 yards, and a touchdown in the first half. Most of those yards going to number 15, Bishop Warfield, 51 yards on 3 catches. And he also had that touchdown reception. T-Roy Gaines not being utilized too terribly much yet, only 35 yards. Here comes another carry from him as he is adding to that total. Why not tack on 10 right there?
We get 44 yards. 44 and a half. Didn't quite get that first down, but good start for the Vultures. That's what they got to do. They got to get back to basics, running gains. You know, they've kind of, haven't scored in a while, and they need to answer because Seattle looks like they're going to continue to put points on the board.
Offset I formation on second down. Dazzo checks it down to Gaines in the backfield. Gaines plenty of room to run. Finally brought down on the play by Iverson Gamble, but not before another Baltimore first down.
It looked like it was going nowhere. Dazzo waited forever to give it to Gaines, and Gaines is like, hello? But look at the blocking by the O-line. They just take those guys right out of the play, and Gaines gets a nice gain of, well, at least 7 or 8 yards. First down, and Baltimore keeps on trucking.
We'll leave that math up to the stats team. I am Mike Daggs on play-by-play, joined in the booth by the Hall of Famer Matt Wilson. With us on stats tonight is Nathan Blake and Ashley Jackson. T-Roy Gaines with that carry up the middle for another gain of 5. And, Matt, this is kind of what we were expecting to see, at the beginning of the ball game yesterday. We thought we'd get a heavy dose of T-Roy Gaines. He only had, 13 carries in the first half, already has a couple tonight.
Well, he's really well rested after this outage. So
long halftime.
His legs should be ready to go. Yeah, they had food and sleeping bags and everything.
Dazzo to throw on first down. Out route to the top of the screen. Ooh, awkward tackle, but he does haul it in. Lloyd Graham Jr. with the catch. That was his second of the night.
I heard Nathan Blake was a little hot in the Roadmaster, though. Got to get the AC fixed.
Yeah, I saw the Stats Roadmaster pull back into the parking lot, man. I knew you were happy about that one.
Oh, I've always loved the Roadmaster. Oh, the ladies.
High formation on first down. Dazzo to throw, has time. Oh, and throws it right to the Seattle defense, and somehow they're not able to haul it in. It touched the hands of at least 3 defenders, but incomplete pass, and it'll still put an end to Baltimore's drive as it brings up a 4th and 2.
Yeah, man, when you get your hands on those balls, you got to really hold on for dear life. I guess that's why he plays linebacker, folks. 1, 2. And then looks like safety or corner possibly had a shot. One of the backups, but he missed. And that's why he's on the pine most of the time.
So Pablo Gates on to punt for Baltimore. Go ahead, Matt.
I said, Baltimore doesn't score again. Here we go. Seattle gets the ball back, and I got a recipe for him. Some more Sandlin.
Low snap. Corralled in by the punter. Corner kick. Back to the return man, Nick Castle. Tackled back at his own 14-yard line. So long field coming up here for the Tyrants. But, Matt, I think you have the right idea. Just let's see a heavy dose of Zach Sandlin featured here. 14 rushing attempts for 84 yards and 2 touchdowns. Also added 12 more yards through the air. So Sandlin's certainly been getting it done tonight.
Yeah, and then he's nowhere in sight. Well, what do I know about coaching, folks?
Luyendula to throw. Quick pass over the middle. That one's incomplete.
Oh.
Tight coverage on the play. He'll bring up a 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, unfortunate there. They couldn't complete it, and now it puts you in a tough spot. I still say you can run the ball here. Sandlin gets 5-6 yards, puts you in a nice 3rd and short medium scenario. But I don't know. Seattle's been gambling a little more with the pass so far tonight.
4 wide on 2nd down. Luyendula to throw. Steps up into the pocket. Throws the pass. That one's complete. Nick Castle with the reception. His 3rd of the night. Luyendula now 15 of 21 for 177 yards.
Yeah, Luyendula just no pressure in his face. Lets the route develop right to the corner. Boom. Nice grab. Good job by the corner at least to make the tackle and not swipe at the ball and let him run for another 60 yards.
Shout out to those of you in the chat joining us for night number 2 of the Fan Night Game of the Week. Doug Day, Mince in Mind, Nightwing Zoner, Thermo Killer 35, Junior Senior the 3rd.
Oh, wow.
That pass is incomplete. Intended for Junior Senior 3rd right there. Ooh, maybe I shouldn't have called your name. I distracted you. The trash.
Somebody in the chat said it, but maybe they had some buttery crab, overnight. And they forgot to wipe their fingers because you've been dropping balls all over the place.
Second down and 10. Two wide receivers split out to the left. Split backs in the backfield. Luyendula in the gun. Pump fake and pressure coming. Down he goes. Sacked again. Brought down by the Butler, Matt.
The Butler serves tea, crumpets, and sacks.
It was the Butler in the backfield with the sack. Did I win the game?
No.
Oh. Well, the game continues.
Battleship.
Crowd here in Baltimore on their feet for this third and long. Pump fake throws over the middle. That one into double coverage and incomplete. Tony Willis in on the coverage, and Amon takes in the area as well. Bring up a fourth down and 16, and Seattle's drive will come to an end.
Sorry, Mike, it wasn't the Butler. It was Professor Plum. And a good job for Baltimore's defense to, step up to the task, stop Seattle, and they should get the ball in decent field position. I believe the wind is blowing in Seattle's face.
Punt is away. We'll see where this one comes down. Bolt takes it back at the 38-yard line. Spin move. Room to run past the 40. One man to beat. He's at the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Another bolt of lightning, Mike.
You never know when or where they're ever going to strike.
Well, we've had two now.
Wow, what a great punt return. I believe that's only the second punt return for a touchdown this season.
Whew. Bolt takes it. Not whoop, whoop. And then look at that blocking. He makes it 2 spins. And that's just, you can't get too much better blocking than that. Using that a punt return like that, you got to make one man miss. And then hopefully your special teams does the rest. And man, what a turn of events there.
Extra point try coming up as Baltimore extends their lead now. Reclaims the lead. It was tied up. Extra point is up and through. 24-17 your score here with 2 minutes, 21 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Now, no need to panic if you're Seattle. That was an unfortunate special teams gaffe, but get back to the ground, boys.
Kick is away. About halfway deep into the end zone. So, yeah, I think you're right about the direction of the wind there, Matt.
I remember.
You remembered all the way from yesterday.
I got a memory like a dead dog. No, I don't know. It's good, but it's dead.
So first down and 10 for the Tyrants. Looking to keep their undefeated record alive as they are trailing by 7 in this one.
Joe Dazzo complaining he has to go back on the field. He is old.
Out route complete.
Whoa,
to Senior the third.
Everywhere.
Spin move gives them the first down. Up to the 31-yard line.
Still not running Sandlin. I think that's a bit of a mistake, but maybe now is the time he'll get the ball.
Not yet, Matt. Luyendula throws to the right. That one's picked off. They went to the well too many times, Matt, and he is gone to the house. Hendricks, Thornberry. This secondary is ridiculous. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Somebody didn't have the buttered crab last night. They're getting their hands all over these balls. Thornberry here, I mean, it doesn't get any better than this. He's dropping back in the zone, reads the ball perfectly, and then just nice block by his fellow defender there. Clears everybody else out, and he's gone. And, whew, 14 quick points. Special teams, and then a pick 6. That'll definitely change the tone of the game. And, again, the lack of Sandlin is disturbing.
Yeah. And that was obviously the difference on that drive. Another pick six we saw in the highlights to get this second half of the game going. The pick six by Kaz McFly earlier on. And Matt, these two are two of the best corners in the league, and that's statistically speaking. If you
don't I know it? I got my clock cleaned by these guys in week 1.
They both came into the night with 6 interceptions apiece. That was tied for second place, just behind Alex Bond of Tallahassee, and now each a pick of their own that'll put them tied for first. So if either one of them gets another pick here tonight, they'll stand alone at the top of the leaderboard in interceptions. And
just like that cheese once said, he stood alone.
Take 3 now for Seattle, as they're going to have the start to their third drive here. The last 2 plays that they had basically went for 7 points for Baltimore on a punt return for a touchdown and then a pick 6. Probably be wise to get back to the ground. Sandlin does take the handoff here, hit at the line.
Oh.
Can't get away from Sir Ron Yates the 4th. Tackles him after a gain of only 2.
Unfortunately, Sandlin was forced to run outside, not right down the middle, and that's where you want Sandlin to go. Definitely not a east-west kind of guy.
Second down and 8. Luyendula back to pass. That one incomplete over the middle.
Jeez.
Third down and 8. This coverage has been really tight, Matt.
Yeah, tighter than spandex I've seen lately. Don't ask me about that. But throwing it to the tight end there, and he just gets shellacked by, was that Mr. Dazzo? That was a 4 number.
Crowd here in Baltimore on their feet again, willing their defense to get another stop. Third down and 8. Luyendula in the gun. Luyendula back to throw. Has time. Goes deep over the middle into coverage again. Tipped and incomplete. And another drive will stall out, and they'll have to punt it to the ever-dangerous Giovanni Bolt with a punt return for a touchdown.
He has he has a pick, right? 2 for a touchdown?
Bolt? No, it was Kaz McFly and Hendricks Thornberry with the pick sixes.
See, these Bolts and McFlys and Lightning, it all gets me confused. Stop with your references, Baltimore. I know what you're up to, and I kind of like it.
Coffins with the punt. Bolt standing back at his own 39-yard line. Breaks the first tackle, but look at that. Chris Latour-Wallace, the backup wide receiver and gunner on the special teams unit, just leveling Bolt. Like, nope, you're not running back for another one. One was more than enough. You're done. So first down and 10 from the Baltimore 42-yard line. 14-point lead for the Vultures. Dazzo under center, hands the ball off to Gaines. Gaines breaking through the first tackle. Can't get past tackle number 2. Gain of 5 as we see the running back comparison. It's, obviously it's been Sandlin's game on the ground, but Baltimore's game overall.
Well, they've had 2 lucky breaks, and that's the difference in the game.
Yeah.
The pick 6 and the punt return for a touchdown. Seattle had it squared up, but then they had the ball, and then they kind of went away from Sandlin, and all went to heck.
Dazzo to throw. Quick pass over the middle, intended for Warfield. Incomplete. Absolutely leveled as the ball got there.
These defenses are hyped up, just delivering bombs on each other. They didn't want to wait another day.
Third down and 5. Dazzo under center. Looking, throwing over the middle, and that one is caught for a first down. That was kind of funny. It looked like G.R. Malone thought the pass was coming to him. He jumped for it. It went over his head, but it was still caught by the actual intended target.
We can relive it again in instant replay. He's like, oh.
He's like, hey, is that mine? No, it's not. Daly Holder with the reception on that one. That's the end of the third quarter. Seattle 17, Baltimore 31. You're watching the Simulation Football League on YouTube. Tonight's Simulation Football League broadcast on YouTube is brought to you in part by Nation's Best Football, helping NFL, college, high school, and youth players to secure the bag. By ScoreStream, the official live scoring app of the SFL. By Sector 6, custom esports jerseys and apparel and the exclusive SFL shop provider. And by SpyGoat, dedicated to the craft of audio. Aerial shots brought to you by AirViews, united by drone. Visit airviews.com to see more drone footage.
Was that the voice of God?
I think that was the voice of Cam swooshing in there to let us know that you can get from the couch to the field. Visit our website, simulationfl.net, and you can join our Discord server. There's a link in the top right corner. Just click that link. You can join the Discord community and become part of the action, either getting a player on the field, or you can join our live stats team, our broadcast team, or any number of other areas within the league that you can be part of. That pass once again to Daly Holder is complete for a first down inside the red zone.
Seems like Baltimore's got their offense figured out here. They just continue to attack the middle, and Daz are not getting hit nearly as much. You know, we haven't heard from Maverick or Bruton in a while.
Pass deep towards the end zone. Oh, and it's incomplete. Warfield dropped it. A rare drop by Bishop Warfield. He would have walked right in for a touchdown. Wow.
Man, Mike, how many touchdown drops have we seen this week?
There's been quite a few.
A couple in the Mexico City game, I know. And now Warfield, he's just backpedaling. Good old Stevie Johnson in the end zone for the win. No. Why so serious?
Second down and 10 coming up. Just
luckily for Baltimore, they're up by 2 touchdowns.
Split backs in the backfield. 3 receiver set with Dazzo under center. Ball is handed off to T-Roy. Gaines met right at the line of scrimmage. Will gain only a few. Third down and 7.
Look at the time of the clock. I mean, Baltimore might be just content to run the ball a couple times, kick a field goal. They're up 3 scores at that point, and then it's like, all right, Seattle, let's see what you got. Can you score this quickly?
Yeah, Seattle team that's been struggling a little bit tonight, as you know, they've made some mistakes on offense and special teams. Pass towards the end zone. Oh! Wow, that one is caught on a sliding catch. Hauled in all the way up at the 3-yard line. Malone with the reception.
Nice sliding grab there. Dazzo sitting comfortably in the pocket, delivering a nice pass, and Malone's like, ha! I don't think he even got touched. Should have rolled into the end zone to be sure. I guess he was.
Keep on going.
Stop, drop, and roll.
First down and goal from the 3. Gaines takes the handoff, has blockers, but not that one. Kane Vasquez able to get the tackle, leveling Gaines for a loss of 2.
Yeah, he might want to run a heavy formation again and throw a little screen for T-Roy there. The middle is looking pretty fortified. Look at all those men.
Offset I formation. Stacking that box 4 short. Dazzo to throw. Out route to Warfield. He catches it, but he's tackled right at the goal line, sliding out of bounds with 9 minutes to go in the ball game. Third down and goal.
Kind of a similar idea. It wasn't necessarily a screen, but a short out to Warfield. Unfortunately, he just couldn't get the ball across the pylon. And now, what do you do?
I'd hand it off to Gaines.
Yeah, it's possible, but man, that's a heavy front. It's heavy against heavy. Who's got the stronger men? We're about to find out.
Dazzo checks it down to Gaines, and Gaines hit and tackled for no gain on the play. Well covered by Iverson Gamble. Matt, we mentioned yesterday that it was kind of a battle between Gamble and Gaines. Gaines giving Iverson Gamble a fierce stiff arm, throwing him down into the grass early on in the game, and it's been all Gamble since then, having Gaines' number. 4th down and goal.
Oof.
And the field goal unit is on the field to put Baltimore up by 3 scores. Kick is up, and it is good from 18 yards out. Baltimore 34, Seattle 17. And, Matt, Seattle tied this one up early in the third quarter, and then it's been all Baltimore since then.
Yeah, but look how much time they ran off the clock. When I was making that statement, it was like 10 minutes to go. Now we're down to 8 minutes to go, and that sand is running low, and Seattle's passing game has not been that effective lately.
See if they can get something going here as this one's 5 yards deep into the end zone, and Nick Castle smartly kneels that one. Seattle will take the ball out at the 20-yard line where Luyendula can see if he can get something going on offense. Luyendula now 15 of 26. And his completion percentage has just absolutely tanked since halftime, now down to 57%. No touchdowns. Yeah, no touchdowns, 2 picks.
Despite that, they were tied before the second pick, but yeah.
Out route to Carr is complete. Gain to 7 on that one. Momentum carries him out of bounds. 2nd down and 3. And, Matt, looking at Luyendula's numbers last week against Oklahoma City, and this is a game that Seattle won. Luyendula was 20 of 35, 234 yards. He did have a couple touchdowns, but 3 picks in that one, and 57% completion percentage. So he's got similar numbers tonight. It hasn't quite hit the yardage total yet. Does have the 2 picks, but no touchdowns compared to the 2. Sandlin bursting his way up the middle, but a late flag. We'll have to see what this one's for. I don't know if they would call holding that late into the play, would they, Matt?
Oh, never doubt Ref 62. Could be a clip.
Face mask.
Oh, it's a face mask. 5 must be incidental.
Yeah, face mask is called an incidental face mask against Baltimore, so tack on 5 to the end of that run.
Well, it could be worse, I guess. But, again, Sandlin has been, for the most part, very productive. He just hasn't been featured quite enough, I don't think, in this game. So, and they're running out of time to feature him.
Press coverage. They hand it off to Sandlin. Sandlin carrying up the middle for a gain of 4. And, it would have been nice to see some of these carries maybe a little earlier on, Matt. But, at this point, I agree.
You gotta go.
The clock is ticking. 7 minutes to go in the ball game, and you're down by 3 scores. 2 touchdowns and a field goal.
Here's where I want to see the shotgun formations. Not this set, but hey, maybe they'll prove me wrong. Maybe they're drawing Baltimore in.
Sandlin carries it up the middle, and they did indeed draw Baltimore in right to the line of scrimmage where they just level Sandlin. Joe Dazzo in on the tackle. Dazzo, 3 seasons on this Baltimore squad, but 8 seasons in the league.
Guy's got to, bust out the Miralax every once in a while. He's getting up there, folks. Milk of magnesia.
3 players on this roster with 8 seasons in the league, and Mike Dazzo, Joe Dazzo, and Tony Willis. That one is complete to Nick Castle. Gets them a first down and stops the clock.
Rumors are they birthed Ramos Lynn. Because Ramos Lynn came into the league as a D coordinator for Baltimore a long time ago. So I think he was birthed to be a coordinator and then moved on. So,
could be.
I don't know. He might be the son of Joe Dazzo.
The son of Dazzo?
One of the Dazzos.
Interesting. See all the fun facts you can learn on a late Tuesday night game?
They're awesome.
Well, they're facts. 3 wide. Luyendula 7-step drop. Going deep over the middle. Has his man. He can go to the end zone. Mason Kirby, touchdown. Seattle narrows the gap with 6 minutes to go.
See, I tell a fun fact, and Seattle scores.
Yeah, that's all it took.
It's like the cream and the sugar to the cake. Just need some candles, and we're all good.
Break down the play, Matt.
Well, I mean, it's a clean pocket for Luyendula. Throws it way over the coverage. A little underthrown, but he had enough time to take off and say, see you later, Mason Kirby, with a nice grab. And now, there's a good amount of time for Seattle, they just have to get Baltimore off the field quickly.
Yeah. The defense really needs to step up here, and honestly, what would behoove them the most is to serve Baltimore with the taste of their own medicine and get a turnover, especially one that can lead to points, especially if it's quick. Extra point is up and through. 34-24, Baltimore over Seattle with 6 minutes to go. Watching the Simulation Football League on YouTube, I'm Mike Daggs, joined in the booth by the Hall of Famer Matt Wilson. With us on stats tonight, Nathan Blake and Ashley Jackson. Appreciate everybody being here. Over 50 viewers back with us tonight to watch the end of this one. Happy to see so many of you came back and found us hiding here on YouTube tonight.
Deep in the holes. In the bowels,
in the bowels of the league's channels. Oh, Bolt trying to break another one away. Can't quite get there, though, but gets it up to the 28-yard line. Will give Baltimore some decent starting field position. And, Matt, I'd be shocked if we see anything but handoffs to Gaines.
I would say handoff to Gaines on first down, handoff to Gaines on second down, and then if it's 3rd and 3 or less, handoff to Gaines again. If it's not, I think they will pass the ball. Try to move this clock along.
Split backs in the backfield. They do indeed hand the ball off to Gaines, pushing his way up the middle for a nice gain of 6. Good way to start the drive. 2nd and 4.
4+, what you're looking for. They got that, so I would expect Gaines. Get your straps back on. Well, your 1 strap. Well, 2 strap face masks. You guys only wear 1. I don't recommend it. Sometimes it was a dead giveaway whether it was a pass or a run.
I formation. Ball is handed off to Gaines again. Runs up the middle for a first down and a couple more yards as the Seattle defense swarms around him and makes the tackle at the 40-yard line. Fresh set of downs is going to keep that clock running.
There goes 2 minutes plus off the clock. And Gaines hasn't had a great game, but right now, you got to seal the deal, and this is more important than anything at this point, getting those 4+ yards and keep that clock going. If they can get another first down or 2, it could be the fat lady may be warming up.
That's right. We're on YouTube, Matt. You can say the fat lady again.
The super jumbo fat.
Okay, that might be overkill. Bishop Warfield with a 4-yard out. 2nd down and 6. I got to keep you in check, Wilson.
I know. I'm sorry. It's a Tuesday night. I'm not in normal broadcast form.
SFL action will return next weekend on Sunday, Monday, and scheduled games on Tuesday, just like we started the season off. Talk more about the upcoming schedule later on in this one. Check down to Gaines. Had a blocker out in front of him, but the blocker missed as Gamble gets another point in his column as he makes the tackle on Gaines. Although the tackle was inbounds, so I don't know if that's really a win for Seattle.
Well, it's a win. They didn't get the first down. Baltimore didn't. So now they have to, I assume, stop Gaines there. I don't like this formation. Yeah. Look how far back Seattle's playing off the line.
Only 6 in the box.
I'd give it off to Gaines here in a second.
Dazzo letting the time click away. They do indeed hand it off to Gaines, and he's just short. I thought the ball was across. That might be worth a challenge.
It's definitely worth a challenge on Baltimore's end. You're up 10.
May as well burn the timeout anyway.
You don't necessarily need the timeouts, but if you win this challenge.
And we don't see one. Wow.
It's on the line. Come on. I guess it's a little short. I'm trying to eyeball it, but that's a tough one. I would have taken the chance.
Well, the clock will tick down to about 3 minutes, 40 seconds to go before we see the snap. And let it tick down as far as possible. Coming for the block, but can't get there. Taken by Castle back at the 15 and immediately seated by the defender, Felix Maryland. So first down and 10 for Seattle from their own 17-yard line. And, Matt, they need to score quick.
Well, we saw one play. They scored. They need kind of that similar situation where they score before the 2-minute warning. I know that's a tall task, but then you wouldn't necessarily have to onside. And even if you did, you had all your timeouts.
49-yard pass to Mason Kirby on that last drive for a touchdown. Luyendula looking to get that going again as he checks it down over the middle to his tight end, Tristan Carr. First down, and they'll hurry up back to the line of scrimmage.
Carr was a big part of the first half. And,
Yeah, we saw a lot of it.
Try to get him involved again. Why not?
That pass over the middle is also caught. Beautiful catch up to the 46, and he needs to stop celebrating and get back to the line. Come on, junior, senior, the third.
I think he thought he was hit a little bit ugly, but.
Luyendula throwing it to senior again. Stepping out of bounds, stopping the clock, and getting past the chains for a first down. Well, that was a good series right there.
All right, the jumbo lady might have to stop warming up. It might not be over yet.
Sit down, big lady. It's not time yet.
I have a few more bites at the salad bar.
All right, Matt. You're cut off. Trips formation to the top of the screen. Luyendula short pass over the middle. Need to get some deeper ones going than that. Mason Kirby on the reception.
They're in a decent formation, trips to the right.
Pressure coming. Checking it down to Sandlin in the backfield.
Get out of bounds, Zach!
Sandlin falls across the chains for the first down, but the clock does keep on running. Receivers running back down to the line. Tristan Carr lined up to the bottom of the screen. They throw it to Carr on the out route. And Carr is able to, I thought he got out of bounds, but they're going to keep the clock rolling. Wow.
Oh, that's a
robbed.
Tall there.
Robbed. Luyendula pump fake. Pressure coming down.
No.
He goes. Sacked back at the 32-yard line.
They need a big play before this 2-minute warning. Dial up something big.
32 yards away from the end zone. Throwing it deep, and that one's caught. There's the big play you called for, Matt, and that will bring us to the 2-minute warning. You are watching the Simulation Football League on YouTube. This one might be a close finish yet. Down by 10, Seattle on the move at Baltimore's 11-yard line. Carr in the chat saying, what? I was way out. I agree with you, Carr. I think you fell out of bounds, but 5 wide.
All my balls go closer near the end zone. You can't get tackled short. Or you could do that.
Spinning his way into the end zone. Touchdown. Beautiful move by junior, senior, the third.
This game is not over yet, folks.
Wow, what a move, Matt.
What?
What a move.
Oh, yeah. Look at this. He just leads them all the way left and whoop.
I thought he was going to get tackled at the 1 and more time was going to come off the clock and they were going to try to hand it off to Sandlin and get stuffed and the time would keep on rolling and it was just going to be a disaster.
They dialed up the perfect play.
Yeah, that was a smart route and a beautiful move.
And a great drive, too. You know, they still got all 3 timeouts, even if they onside it. And Baltimore is forced to kick a field goal. They still can, come back and tie it. Or if the field goal is no good. I mean, there's so many different circumstances.
Yeah.
Heck, they might get the onside kick. Who knows? Stranger things have happened. It is a Tuesday.
Well, it is a Tuesday. With all 3 timeouts, I would just kick it deep and let your defense get it back. But it looks like they are going to go for the onside kick. That drive, 9 plays, 84 yards, capped off by an 11-yard touchdown pass. Shout out to Nathan Blake on the stats for us tonight. Onside kick try is underway. Falling short, and it is. Oh, wait. It's recovered. Recovered by Seattle, but just too far. Or excuse me, too short. Oh, that's painful, Matt. They recovered the kick, but it was about a half yard too short.
I can't blame the kicker. I mean, that's a darn good onside kick. It just, it's hard to kick it at, judge that half. Wait, they're going to get another shot. Maybe this is interesting.
Okay.
Round 2, fight.
I didn't think they'd get another try at it, but okay.
It's the SFL.
You never know what you're going to see.
Kicks for everyone.
Another onside kick attempt. That one going deep and easily recovered by Baltimore up at at the Seattle 35-yard line. Minute 55 to go. Seattle with all 3 timeouts. So Seattle will be able to, stop Baltimore if they don't get a first down. One more first down would probably seal this game, and I would expect to see nothing but T-Roy at this point.
And I don't like this defense again.
Yeah, 6 in the
Get 'em
box
all up on the
once
line.
again. Only 3 men rushing. They check it down 2 gains in the backfield.
Oh!
Gamble again. I'm telling you, he's mad about that stiff arm.
Yeah, his family called him at halftime and like, you better play better. Or
You
we're disowning
you better represent the Gamble family tonight, because that was terrible. Thrown down in the grass.
It was terrible.
Terrible indeed. 2nd down and 7. Seattle burning their first
Much
time
better.
out. Yeah, plenty more in the box this time. Offside I formation for Baltimore. Dazzo will throw, checking it down 2 gains. And tackled again, this time out of bounds to stop the clock, and that will save Seattle one of their timeouts. 2 remaining, 3rd down and 4, and Matt, an absolutely critical stop here for Seattle on this next play.
Yeah, and if I'm Baltimore, I'm staying away from the screen. They're running a 3-4, hit it up the middle with Gaines. If he doesn't get it, he doesn't get it. But to me, that's my best play. Right up the gut with a fullback. Perfect formation for it.
3 wide, offset I formation. Dazzo will throw. Out route wide open. And that one is caught by Daly Holder. 1st down and 10. 1:41 to go in the game. 2 timeouts. So this one's still not quite done, but that hurts.
They put their trust in the wily vet Dazzo to hit that out route. Good thing he had a lot of space. You'd hate to see him throw it out of bounds.
Yeah, that would have been pretty tragic. They do have a good kicker in Shark Tarkington, but that would only put them up by 6 and put the ball back in Seattle's hands with plenty of time on the clock. So getting that 1st down was key. They check it down to Gaines, one-handed hauling it in. Tackled by Gamble on the play up at the 18-yard line. 1 timeout remaining for the Tyrants.
Seattle, they almost snuffed that one out. You don't want to pick 6 on a screen pass. Whew. But they got it to Gaines. Gaines reached out there with his big mitt, grabbed it, and got halfway there. Halfway home, boys. Man, looks like they're going to do it again.
7 in the box for Seattle, checking it down to Gaines. Gaines with room to run, tries to spin, can't quite get there. 3rd down and 2. Seattle burns their last time out. Matt, it'll all come down to this next play.
Good thing T-Roy didn't run out of bounds. So, now what do? It all comes down to this.
I formation. 3rd down and 2. Dazzo under center. Hands the ball off to Gaines, running up the middle for a 1st down and more, and that is going to seal the victory for Baltimore. What a finish.
Yeah, I mean, it's a game worthy of their records, that's for sure. A slim 3-point win for Baltimore at Baltimore. So this could have played out differently if we were in Seattle. You never know. I'm sure this isn't the last time we'll see these 2 teams play.
Yeah, I have a feeling we're going to see these 2 teams facing off again this season, as Baltimore will extend their win column to 7. They will be 7-1. Seattle suffering their first loss of the season. They will fall to 6-1. Seattle's going to stay on the road, and Matt, they actually, out of their 5 remaining games after tonight, 3 of them are on the road. So they had a heavy home schedule to start the season off. Next week they hit the road to San Francisco to take on the Sharks. Back home after that to take on the Charleston Predators, and then they hit the road again to take on the Tulsa Desperados, Carolina Skyhawks, finishing off the season at home against the Atlanta Swarm. For Baltimore, they hit the road next week to take on the Oklahoma City Renegades. Then they'll face off in Alaska with the Storm. Back home again after that against Chicago, and then finishing their season off on the road in Buffalo, New York against the Queen City Corsairs. Your final score in this one, Seattle 31, Baltimore 34. Matt, your final thoughts on this game?
I mean, look at the 2 turnovers. I mean, the Tyrants outgained the Vultures big time in both passing and rushing. Although, again, I've said it once, I'll say it a couple more times. I think they need to mix Sandlin, maybe 10% more Sandlin into their game plan that might have been able to cut down on some of those turnovers. And then, you know, like I say, the pick six and the punt return for a touchdown were just, I mean, it was just a huge momentum shift. Without that, we could be talking about a tyrant win.
Absolutely. So voting for the Week 9 Fan Night Game of the Week has been going on for about 23 hours now. It's just about ready to wrap up. There is 7 minutes left to get your vote in. Right now, the top 2 games are Alaska at Queen City or Charleston at Tulsa. And there is only 2 votes separating those games. There's 50 votes for one and 52 for the other. So if you'd like to influence the game that you see next week on the Fan Night Game of the Week Monday night, get over to the Who You Got channel. There is 6 minutes to go, and again, there's only two votes separating the top game. This one's going to be a one I'm going to have to screenshot when I claim who wins this one, I think, Matt.
And they'll still say you forged it. Mike is known for forging things.
I have never. So it took us 2 nights to get this one done, but it was a great game. Appreciate the fans voting this one in. It was a fun one to call for sure.
No doubt about that.
Shout out once again to Nathan Blake and Ashley Jackson on stats tonight. Appreciate you both being here to do that for us. And let's take a look at the player of the game tonight. Quarterback Mike Dazzo with his performance of 31 of 37, 245 yards, and a touchdown. Triple-digit quarterback rating. That's always a good way to get it done. That'll do it for us here in Baltimore. This has been a presentation of the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music. For Matt Wilson, Nathan Blake, Ashley Jackson, and our producer and commissioner Cameron Irvine, and everyone here at the Simulation Football League, I am Mike Daggs saying thank you for joining us, everybody, and have a great night.